What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to season two, day two of programming every single day. Today we are going to do some API stuff. So I wanted to do stuff with Postmates. I wanted to connect to another computer on my network via an API. So that's kind of what we're going to do today. So let me load up my Arch Linux VM. I'm so glad to be back, guys. Thank you guys for sticking with me through that time. I'm sorry I didn't get videos out to you guys sooner. Um, yeah, I wanted to thank you guys. So let me see. Hopefully, you guys could see this good because I know in the last. Let me go to capture. Okay. Hopefully, you guys can hear me good too. I'm kind of chopped right now, so you guys are gonna ignore my hair. This. Oh shoot! I'm chopped, guys. We might see the formidable future. Gambling every single day. Should we do it, boys? Okay. Gambling every single day. I think that's a great idea. Let me. I want to move this. Wait, can you only move it up? Okay, that's. I guess that's the farthest to go. I can't, for some reason, full screen it. Let's open up Kitty. And also, guys, I put the wrong NeoVim setup, so Chromium. Let's set that up real quick. Sorry, guys. Let's use GDK. No internet. Oh. I do. Where the hell is it at? Guys, where is it? Guys, I'm dying. That's not what I want. Okay, anyways. Wait, no. Okay, we're good. We are good. Why can't I see dark theme? It should be appearance, right? It doesn't matter. Um Postman. Let me sign up. Let me let me drag this over here. Oh, well, drag this over here so I can sign up, guys. I don't want you guys to have my personal information, believe it or not. Sign up for free. Okay, so now we need to do this. And we have curl, so I want to be able to make an application where I could use an API in C and build to it. So let's see how to do this. Environments, environment. Get started. Send an API request. This is not what I want. I want to build my own REST basics. Backend developer contains test scripts for each request, a base URL variable. Okay. Use template, I guess. I know GitHub has an API which we could use if it comes down to it. No, I don't. What's this? Just curious. Yes, HTTPS. Git request. REST API. What is this? How the hell do I use it? No authorization. Hawk Tua authentication. What the fuck? What the hell? Oh, hell no. I need to send data. I need to. I do not want to capture HTTPS traffic. That's not what I want. How do I use it? Okay, gets. No auth headers. So how the hell would I send it to it? Send? I can enable SSL, or I don't even know what that means. Apparently, it has really good error handling. Yeah, we could just use curl, but postmanecho.com. Postman echo com /get. I need this. I'm gonna crash. I'm about to crash out, bro. I'm about. Let's have to get method send. No, I don't want a WebSocket. I want. We could do it from a regular socket. Like, I'm cool with that. Ew. Ew. I don't know. Wait, is this React? No, it's just JavaScript. Ew. Ew. I want a web server that could send data using C, the holy language. I want no Node.js scripts. I'm trying to connect to it via preview. Oh. Oh. But how you could still send requests to it. That's curl. Bum, 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 bum. So let me get this straight. I want no AI agent, builder, whatever.
Today we're going to look at productivity in Postman by using curl commands. Some folks use a command line tool to call APIs to see if they're working as intended, and one well-known tool for this is called curl. This tool has been around for the first way we're going to explore is a process where we're going to use the import feature in Postman. Here we can paste our curl command directly into that space, and we see that Postman has parsed as much of this as possible into our hostname, our port number, if applicable. We see
I used to spend dozens of hours every single week proofreading. I was constantly fixing run-on sentences, unclear
Bro, I don't care.
language by.
Bro.
So hello,
Programming night, please save me, bro.
Postman tutorial series. So today this showing fact. I don't want to. Okay, so this is our simple and do sign up or sign it enter and very first one request. Whatever we write is name as parameters. Success is true. Bunch of options over here.
Let's try. Highway messaging protocol widely used for Internet of Things test-based API with a. Where's the mock server at? hypertext transfer protocol, an application layer protocol used to build REST API. See, how do I make a request to my REST API? That is what I'm freaking out about.
You can see, you can click on HTTP request. Again, you will come at that same. Okay. So that it do as one. As soon as I change the value status codes of web. Okay. So
Just use fucking curl.
if you don't know, just go and enter, search for the status code, and first simple link came from Mozilla.org. Here are the
Hey everybody. So recently I was on an engagement that was a machine compromise. So the client gave us a Windows machine and we had to work off of there. And there was a point where I needed to extract files from that Windows machine onto my personal machine. And to do that, there's a couple of ways. If you have a C2 established on that machine, then you can transfer the files through that beacon. Another method that I like to use, which I did in this case, was transferring them over HTTPS. And one thing to always keep in mind whenever you're transferring files outside of a client's environment is that you need to do it safely. And that's where this one tool that one of my coworkers mentioned about, which is called Gosh. So this tool, Gosh, which is written by Patrick Henner, is really useful because with this one you can attach a domain name onto your HTTP server, which differentiates it from other HTTP servers like Updog, which is also really convenient because whenever you're on a Windows workstation in a real environment, sometimes just make
Is he making it with Go?
that will attach your host name, which in my case would be myfilesshare.com, onto your IP address, which in my case would be this one right here. And once you have that, we can move over to your Ubuntu server and then start making the configurations. Alright, so this is going to be my AWS EC2 Ubuntu server that's hosted externally, and then I'll have another machine that's separate that's going to be a Windows machine, and then we'll transfer the files. Public Ubuntu machine, the tarball, so it's going to be Linux AMD 64. So just grab that link, and then we'll be.
Is he building it with Go?
So we're manually put
Can you impact it?
export path, and then adding user local go bin, which is where we extracted that tarball.
I get that, but we give a fuck about Zaxby's.
Grabs the version as well. And now we're going to install Gosh using Go. So just go install directly right now. It'll start uploading all of these, but you don't want to do. So I'll just make a test directory, and I'll change there. And if I were to run Gosh right now, it'll automatically, by default, go to port 8000. And since I don't have SSL as a flag, it will go to HTTP. Now, if I want to change the port, I could do dash, or let me look at the help to show you how to change CD, but you have to.
So,
and
technically this Gosh.
Look at my Windows server, will try adding up, and I was waiting for like an hour, but you press a little plus, and then it'll upload it. And then you can see the file right here because now it's on that server. And if this was a different file and I wanted to download it, you just press the little download button, and then it'll start downloading right there. And if we go back into our Ubuntu server, we see that there's been some activity. So we can look at the IP address that visited it. It requested the slash, and it did the post upload, and then
Welcome to the Postman team.
So let's close this out. And then now let's
Thank you.
attach a SSL server to it. That way we can go to the domain name instead of going to an IP address. And make sure in your DNS that you already have configured. So to do that, we can look at NSLookup, and we can just look at the domain name of the domain that you're going to attach to the IP address and make sure that it's already configured. So if I'm going to go to my files,
Okay, so that's cool.
or if I'm going to look it up in NSLookup, you see that it's already there. If you don't
From
use the
one
return, then that means that you don't have it set up.
to
or you might just have
another
to
one
for it to set.
using
It might
a
take 15 or 30 minutes, but
could use
Hey guys, let's go over some SFTP. So first, what is
yeah, I was thinking we
SFTP?
could use SSH.
Well, first, before we answer that question, let's ask.
Guys, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I have no idea how to do anything networking wise. I know like simple socket stuff. I don't know anything. I know what an HTTPS server is. I know like post, get, put, like all these different things. I don't know how to set it up so that I can send it.
FTP, everything is transferred in clear text. So if anybody's sniffing packets on your network, like we learned in a previous video,
Yeah, that's another thing we gotta figure out how to sniff.
all those packets, basically. So we're not going to use FTP. I actually recommend never use FTP. SFTP is just easier anyway, and so we're just going to use SFTP. So similarly to the SSH command, you're going to write SFTP and then the connection string. So in my case, it's exactly the same as before. It's going to then ask for my password for the remote host, so I'm going to put that in here. And now I can list what's on the remote host by typing ls, but we also have a few different commands to list what's on the local host. I'm actually going to exit here. I'm going to make a directory called SFTP demo. I'm going to change into SFTP demo.
Build your first API in 10 minutes.
Stick with me for 30
Fast API, I've seen this before.
I quit my full-time job 2 years ago to design a lifestyle I love with only an hour of work per day. You see, after trading
Fast. How the hell? It's Python? Let's check the documentation. Let's actually get it set up. VN or dash M VENV. I believe that's just a little bit. Okay, cool. Source. Fast API. Okay, imports fast API. Sorry, you guys can't really. I'll put my thing up here. Python 3. Okay, cool. So that works. I need the documentation. Let's go learn. Current burgers. You go with your crush to get fast food. You stand in the line while the cashier takes orders from the people in front of you. When it's your turn, you place 2 orders, very fancy burgers for your crush and you. The cashier. Okay, so this is just how APIs work. Okay, teach me. What? Where's the documentation for it? Guess this. Right, whatever. For some reason my mouse isn't working. Localhost, docs. We'll watch for changes in these directories. So pretty much. And then if you secure it, okay. So if I set this as my server and I want to send stuff to it, so let's copy this. Now I'm scared it's going to show my IP address, which I guess won't really matter because okay. Please don't show my IP address. Oh, fast API dev main.py. Wow. So that's just localhost. I need it is on port 8000. Hey, by the way, this is Rubik's. I'm not. Okay, so while this is working, let's open up Kitty. Can I just do like curl? I mean, I don't. 127.0.01. 0.1800. Packet too long? What the- So they now have a put command on here. Okay, so that is that. Teach me how to create an API.
Need to turn any text into actionable tasks?
What is an API? Well, API stands for app. And with our project setup for the Flask, we first need to open something working for you, and if neither of those commands work, I'll leave 2 videos on the screen that will show you how to fix that pinned command. Now that we have Flask installed, we're just going to open a Python file, which I already have here, in some kind of directory, and we're going to create a basic Flask application. Flask will be the server that's running our API. We're going to begin by importing our dependencies. We'll say from Flask, import, and then we're going to import Flask with a capital, request, and then the function JSONify, which we're going to use to create a JSON equal.
Okay, so I get the app.
Flask app.
I want to see
You
what.
can open this URL by just right-clicking on it here in Visual Studio Code. When I do that, you can see that I get home appearing on my screen. There you go. You just created your first root inside of Flask. So now that we've created this demo root, let's have a look at some other roots that we can create with different HTTP methods. Now, whenever we're writing an API, we're working with something known as HTTP, which is essentially the way we communicate data over the internet. Now, when we create different API roots, we can mark them with different methods. Now, the methods we can use are get, post, put, and delete. We have access to a bunch of other ones as well, but these are the most common ones. Now, get is used when we want to retrieve some value from the server. Post is used when we want to create something new. Put is used when we want to alter or modify some existing data. And delete is used when we want to remove or delete data from a database or from whatever resource it is that we're accessing. So let's create a more complicated get root here and see how that works. So we're going to say app.root. For this, we're going to say slash get dash.
Now, I know it's in Python, guys, but
Something known as a path parameter. Now,
no way I'm creating an HTTP server with C. There is no way.
That we'll be able to access inside of our root. So in this case, I'm going to say user underscore ID. Then I'm going to make my function get underscore user, and I'm going to parameter the URL that returns to me the post. How do we get JSON description, and then open up that software. However, I can't demo the post request view in the browser, so now we're going to quickly talk about how we can test our APIs. Now, there's a variety of different ways we can test our APIs, but I'm going to recommend we use a tool called Postman. So please download this from the link in the description, and then open up that software, and let's look at how we can call this API. Alright, so my Python server is running, so I'm going to copy the URL that it's running on right here, which is localhost port 5000. I'm going to open up my Postman software. I'm going to click plus here to create a new request. I'm going to paste this in, change the URL to create dash user, change the method here to be post, and then I'm going to go to where it says body because this is where I'm going to include my JSON data. I'm going to change this to say raw data. I'm going to go here to text and change this to not JavaScript but JSON. I'm going to pass a JSON object. So the way I do that is have a set of curly braces, just like my Python dictionary. I'm then going to go and make a key. My key will be username, and I'll have this associated with the key or with the value story 10. Now, if I hit send, you can see that we get this exact same data back with the status code of 201, and that means that this is working successfully. So this is a great tool that you can use to test out your APIs as you continue to do more development. So with that said, that will wrap up this video, but I will encourage you to learn more by checking out this video here, which is on Fast API, or this video.
Did you know you can AFK Bloods and Zaya whilst learning to code in Python? Go to boot.dev. We've known our students to...
Whatever. What that really means, work with even tells us the item ID parameter is something that comes after. Regardless, I'm going to put none. String non-default argument falls okay, inherits from base model, so we don't need to do anything fancy to convert this to a Python dictionary. We can just return the item itself. And what is an API? Well, API over here, which is on Fast API, or this video, the user to type some script. Let's go. This we're going to say del videos video ID, and then we can simply return this comma 204. 204 stands for deleted successfully. So this is just a blank string. I don't want any message. I just want to send a status code 204. It essentially says, hey, that worked. You were able to delete this. Okay, so now that we have that, things are looking pretty good. Let's do a few tests here with some different requests and just make sure that everything seems to be okay. So let's do one here. Response request.put. Let's put video with ID. Let's go 3. We could do that. That's fine. And let's actually just send a bunch of requests here that have some different information. So I'm just going to say data equals that. Actually, data equals a list.
Now, if somebody could help me or put it in the comments, how do I send this to another device on the internet? That is my thing. Do I have to get my own host, or like what do I got to do? But anyways, guys, it is currently like 2 a.m. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love every single one of you guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.